Okay, so we are back with Christian disciplines. This week, today, we continue going through the Christian discipline of reading, and we are reading through Proverbs. Interesting thing this week, uh, we as a church practice a thing called a personal retreat day. And a personal retreat day is a day that is a work day for us, that we step out of the daily grind to try to listen for God more. I've heard it best described this way: ministry is like a dance in a ballroom, that you're within the dance, and the dance circles around the ballroom dance floor. And when you're in the dance, uh, it might look beautiful. It might look great. It might look how you would expect it to look. But you can only see what's right around you in this dance. So the personal retreat day, the PRD, is a chance to get out of the dance floor, up into the balcony, and look down at the dance. And it might be going as you would expect it to go, but also there might be like something off to the side. There might be someone off to the side that you didn't expect to be there, and you want them to be in the dance. And there might be something happening on this other side that you didn't think would happen that way. So you need to be able to correct that more. Like it takes a day and says, step out of the normal grind once a month, and see where things might be going wrong, see where things could be going better. And so the PRD is the chance to do that. Um, and that was on Wednesday. Today's Thursday. That was yesterday. So no stream yesterday. Tuesdays is our reading through the book, The Gospel of Being Human. That takes up most of the day. Didn't stream then. Um, and I gave the sermon on Sunday. So when I give sermons on Sundays, I normally take Monday off because sermon prep eats up my normal days off. Okay, so that is that. Today we get to read Proverbs, and we start in chapter 16. We'll see if we read a little bit faster today. As I was watching yesterday's or the last week's stream on it, um, I paused a little bit too much between the verses, but you have to pause some because they're separate. Mm. So we'll see. Hopefully, it's not too much of an overcorrection for today. To humans belong the plans of the heart, but from the Lord comes the proper answer of the tongue. All a person's ways seem pure to them, but motives are weighed by the Lord. Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and he will establish your plans. The Lord works out everything to its proper end, even the wicked for a day of disaster. The Lord detests all the proud of heart. Be sure of this, they will not go unpunished. Through love and faithfulness, sin is atoned for. Through the fear of the Lord, evil is avoided. When the Lord takes pleasure in anyone's way, he causes their enemies to make peace with them. Better a little with righteousness than much gain with injustice. In their hearts, humans plan their course, but the Lord establishes their steps. The lips of a king speak as an oracle, and his mouth does not betray justice. Honest scales and balance belong to the Lord. All the weights in the bag are of his making. Kings detest wrongdoing, for a throne is established through righteousness. Kings take pleasure in honest lips. They value the one who speaks what is right. A king's wrath is a messenger of death, but the wise will appease it. That was Ezra. Didn't like me talking over Paw Patrol. When a king's face brightens, it means life. His favorite is like a rain cloud in spring. His favor is like a rain cloud in spring. Like his favorite is like a rain cloud in what? Okay, got it. How much better to get wisdom than gold, to get insight rather than silver. The highway of the upright avoids evil. Those who guard their ways preserve their lives. Pride goes before destruction, a haughty spirit before a fall. Better to be lowly in spirit along with the oppressed than to share plunder with the proud. Whoever gives heed to instruction prospers, and blessed is the one who trusts in the Lord. That's a weird footing of the chair. The wise in heart are called discerning, and gracious words promote instruction. Prudence is a fountain of life to the prudent, but folly brings punishment to fools. The hearts of the wise make their mouths prudent, and their lips promote instruction. Gracious words are a honeycomb, sweet to the soul and healing to the bones. There is a way that appears to be right, and in the end, it leads to death. The appetite of laborers works for them, their hunger drives them on. A scoundrel plots evil, and on their lips it is like a scorching fire. A perverse person stirs up conflict, and a gossip separates close friends. A violent person entices their neighbor and leads them down a path that is not good. Whoever winks with their eye is plotting perversity. Whoever purses their lips is bent on evil. Gray hair is a crown of splendor. It is attained in the way of righteousness. Better a patient person than a warrior, one with self-control than one who takes a city. The lot is cast into the lap, but in every the lot is cast into the lap, but it's every direction. Boy. The lot is cast into the lap, but its every decision is from the Lord. Better a dust cry. Boy, reading is tricky. Not reading out loud. Better a dust. Okay, we'll get it. We'll manage. Better a dry crust with peace and quiet than a house full of feasting with strife. A prudent servant will rule over a disgraceful son and will share the inheritance as one of the family. The crucible for silver and the furnace for gold, but the Lord tests the heart. A wicked person listens to deceitful lips. A liar pays attention to a destructive tongue. Whoever mocks the poor shows contempt for their maker. Whoever gloats over disaster will not go unpunished. Children's children are a crown to the aged, and parents are the pride of their children. Eloquent lips are unsuited to a godless fool. How much worse lying lips to a ruler? A bribe is seen as a charm by the one who gives it. They think success will come at every turn. Whoever would foster love covers over an offense, but whoever repeats the matter separates close friends. A rebuke impresses a discerning person more than 100 lashes a fool. Evildoers foster rebellion against God. The messenger of death will be sent against them. Better to meet a bear robbed of her cubs than a fool bent on folly. Evil will never leave the house of the one who pays back evil for good. Starting a quarrel is like breaching a dam, so drop the matter before a dispute breaks out. Acquitting the guilty and condemning the innocent, the Lord detests them both. Why should fools have money in hand to buy wisdom when they are not able to understand it? A friend loves at all times, and a brother is born for a time of adversity. One who has no sense shakes hands in pledge and puts up security for a neighbor. Whoever loves a quarrel loves sin. Whoever builds a high gate invites destruction. One whose heart is corrupt does not prosper. One whose tongue is perverse falls into trouble. To have a fool for a child brings grief. There is no joy for the parent of a godless fool. A cheerful heart is good medicine, but a crushed spirit dries up the bones. The wicked accept bribes. The wicked accept bribes in secret to perverse the course of justice. A discerning person keeps wisdom in view, but a fool's eyes wander to the ends of the earth. A foolish son brings grief to his father and bitterness to the mother who bore him. If imposing a fine on the innocent is not good, surely to flog honest officials is not right. If imposing a fine on the innocent is not good, surely to flog honest officials is not right. That was tricky to say. The one who has knowledge uses words with restraint, and whoever has understanding is even tempered. Even fools are thought wise if they keep silent, and discerning if they hold their tongues. An unfriendly person pursues selfish ends, and against all sound judgment starts quarrels. Fools find no pleasure in understanding, but delight in airing their own opinions. When wickedness comes, so does contempt, and with shame comes reproach. The words of the mouth are deep waters, but the fountains of wisdom is a rushing stream. It is not good to be partial to the wicked, and so deprive the innocent of justice. The lips of fools bring them strife, and their mouths invite a beating. The mouths of fools are their undoing, and their lips are a snare to their very lives. The words of a gossip are like choice morsels, they go down to the inmost parts. One who is slack in his words is brother to one who destroys. The name of the Lord is a fortified tower, the righteous run to it and are safe. The wealth of the rich is their fortified city, they imagine it a wall too high to scale. The wealth of the rich is their fortified city. They imagine a wall too high to scale. Before a downfall, the heart is haughty, but humility comes before honor. To answer before listening, that is folly and shame. The human spirit can endure the human spirit can endure in sickness, but a crushed spirit who can bear? The heart of the discerning acquires knowledge, for the ears of the wise seek it out. A gift opens the way and ushers the giver into the presence of the great. In a lawsuit, the first to speak seems right until someone comes forward and cross examines. Casting the lot settles disputes and keeps strong opinions apart. I'm sorry. Casting the lot settles disputes and keeps strong opponents apart. A brother wronged is more unyielding than a fortified city. Disputes are like the barred gates of a citadel. From the fruit of their mouth, a person's stomach is filled. With the harvest of their lips, they are satisfied. The tongue has the power of life and death, and those who love it will eat its fruit. He, he who finds a wife finds what is good and receives favor from the Lord. The poor plead for mercy, but the rich answer harshly. One who has unreliable friends soon comes to ruin, but there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother. Better the poor whose walk is blameless than a fool whose lips are perverse. Desire without knowledge is not good. How much more will hasty feet miss the way? A person's own folly leads to their ruin, yet their heart rages against the Lord. Wealth attracts many friends, but even the closest friend of the poor. Wealth attracts many friends, but even the closest friend of the poor person deserts them. A false will, a false witness will not go unpunished, and whoever pours out lies will not go free. Stumbling a lot today reading. Am I reading too fast? I just had lunch. Is it like a weird sugar imbalance? Hmm. On Sunday mornings when I either play in the band or uh, give the sermon, uh, I have like a fruit smoothie beforehand. That's my breakfast. Uh, but if I have like too much of it or too much of something, or have a donut that they have at the church, like sugar gets too high and now like fingers become too fast and I start to screw up more. There has to be like, if you don't have anything, uh, your fingers don't work right. You have too much, your fingers don't work right. Gotta like, is lunch hitting weird? I don't know. Where are we? Many curry favor with a ruler, and everyone is the friend of one who gives gifts. The poor are shunned by all their relatives. How much more do their friends avoid them? Though the poor pursue them with pleading, they are nowhere to be found. The one who gets wisdom loves life. The one who cherishes understanding will soon prosper. A false witness will not go unpunished, and whoever pours out lies will perish. It is not fitting for a fool to live in luxury, how much worse for a slave to rule over princes. A person's wisdom yields patience. It is to one's glory to overlook an offense. A king's rage is like the roar of a lion, but his favor is like dew on the grass. A foolish child is a father's ruin, and a quarrelsome wife is like the constant dripping of a leaky roof. Houses and wealth are inherited from parents, but a prudent wife is from the Lord. Laziness brings on deep sleep, and the shiftless go hungry. Whoever keeps commandments keeps their life, but whoever shows contempt for their ways will die. Whoever is kind to the poor lends to the Lord, and he will reward them for what they have done. Discipline your children, for in that there is hope. Do not be a willing party to their death. A hot tempered person must pay the penalty. Rescue them, and you will have to do it again. Listen to advice and accept discipline, and at the end you will be counted among the wise. Many are the plans in a person's heart, but it is the Lord's purpose that prevails. What a person desires is unfailing love. Better to be poor than a liar. The fear of the Lord leads to life, than one rests content, untouched by trouble. A sluggard buries his hands in the dish, he will not even bring it back to his mouth. Flog a mocker, and the simple will learn prudence. Rebuke the discerning, and they will gain knowledge. Whoever robs their father and drives out their mother is a child who brings shame and disgrace. Stop listening to instruction, my son, and you will stray from the words of knowledge. A corrupt witness mocks at justice, and the mouth of the wicked gulp down evil. Penalties are prepared for mockers and beatings for the backs of fools. I think that's it for today. So, Proverbs, we have read up through 19. What is it? 32 chapters? Oh, went too far. Went too far. 30, 31. 31. Why did I think it was 32? Well, that's it. That means we have 12 more to go. Maybe that's two more readings. We'll see. Maybe three. Maybe tomorrow and two next week. Anyways, that is it for today. We will see you on Did that click too quickly? We'll see you Sunday.